Boss Dice Ailes in the studio. What up, brother?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing?
I'm chilling, my bro.
All right. Apparently, I heard something that you love to record in dark spaces.
Yeah.
You still do that?
Yeah, I still do that.
Even now?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just like that cozy vibe. You know, I can't record when it's too noisy or when it's too much going on. So I just like to be in my zone
and record.
Yeah, just focus.
All the fine girls that love me now. Guys them too, they feel me.
Well, let me ask though. Apparently, you've transitioned or you've moved from being signed to having your own record label.
Yeah.
Is there any bad blood from where you were before to now having your own standpoint and deciding your future?
I mean, not really, man. My contract expired with the previous label.
Right.
It was time for me to move on and start up my own thing. So I started TMM Entertainment. Got into partnership with Sony Music and Black Butter.
Yeah.
And it's been an amazing experience ever since.
There's something I've noticed, except for a couple of people who decided to actually set up a label and they focus solely on running a record label. It's always a different ball game when an artist decides to start a label and they have the added responsibility to promote somebody else and also focus on creativity for themselves. Is that going to be a burden? Like, are you going to be solely focused on yourself and get carried away and not focus on people that you eventually sign?
No, I think like one of the main aims for setting up the label is to also give back to society and help a lot of talent. On my label right now, I have a DJ. His name is DJ Yankee.
All right.
We put out a song for him. It has Black Bones and Check on there. Put that out like towards the end of last year.
Right.
And so, but for now, it's just me and DJ Yankee on the label. But eventually, I look to getting more talent on there.
Yeah.
Right.
I like your friends too, but your bum bigger. If anything, I like it when the bum bigger. Oh, you know me.
I feel like you ghosted on us for a bit, but now we're going to hopefully try to secure you so you don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I think the pandemic sort of like slowed things down for me because I just dropped Pim and I never got to experience it.
Yeah.
And I was in Togo on vacation, and then the pandemic hit, and then I was stuck there for a bit. And then I went to Canada and never came back.
And this is why I'm saying that, the extra burden of having to run a label, are you guaranteeing that this is not going to stifle your creativity or make you slow down on the music?
Yeah.
Your music.
I think like even when I was like within like that whole label structure with the previous label, I feel like I was generally independent. Like I was making a lot of decisions and I was hands on a lot of stuff, like from like the music that I'm putting out to the type of videos that I'm shooting to to every little thing. I have some help. My sister here, she handles a lot of my fashion stuff, so that sort of like reduces the burden. She has a brand called Khadiju.
Yeah.
That's blowing up right now.
Right.
You guys have to check that out.
All right.
And so I have a good team that's supporting, so it definitely helps.
As you've put out, I particularly love two of recent that you've jumped on. You did Pimpin' with Olamide, right? And you also had you were also part of Alakari with Files.
Yeah.
Which of those records would you say was the most exciting to make?
Exciting to make. I don't know. I think it might be Pimpin' because with Olamide, I think we was chilling the night before at a club and then we was like, yo, we need to make a record tomorrow.
Just like that.
That's quick.
Yeah, it's like we need to make a song tomorrow.
And
so we hit up the producer, we linked up studio vibes and at a hotel and we just made it. It was really exciting to watch him. He put that verse together in like 10 minutes.
Whoa.
He's a legend. I'm not surprised.
And that was really interesting. The one with Files was really interesting too, but we had gone there to record like a different song, a song called Ine. It never came out.
Yeah.
And then the producer played that beat, and then I just freestyled the hook.
It was wild.
That was
Files,
amazing.
Yeah, and Files just wanted us to put out that record, and a year later I think is when we put it out.
Yeah. And the girls know Gucci, Prada, Louis, Louis, suit. Came to drip in about me, bomb me. You came to test the about one boom.
You got self-dice because you have many sides, and you always tend to say that you can't box your music into one genre.
Yeah.
Right. So does that mean in the near future, when there's a particular body of work that you put out, that we're going to be pretty much hearing some reggae or some jazz even?
Yeah, that's a very high possibility.
That could happen.
Yeah.
For real?
I mean, with every song that I recorded, that I put out, there's always like a you know, a new vibe to it. You know, like Otedela is totally different from Pim Pim.
Yeah.
And that's totally different from Ella. It's totally different from the new one, Hold Me. You know, like I'm, you know, constantly experimenting. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what made you take the swerve from your regular music themes to like the matter of sensuality and maybe even love in your new record that you just dropped?
You know, so before, like, I think, like, before that, I was working on the album. The Waterman album is supposed to be out. You know, everyone's been anticipating that. And for some reason, I felt like there's been, like, a long wait, you know, between the release of Money Dance and the album. And I felt like I needed to, you know, sort of show the fans what I've been up to. With, like, you know, personal stuff in my life. And so I decided to reflect on, like, situations with certain women in my life, in the past and presently. So I made a whole EP called Ladies First, and that's where Hold Me comes from.
How was that working with Tiwa Savage, putting this together? What was like your most memorable experience?
It was interesting because you know, she's a really talented and amazing artist, and she's open to you know, to work. You know?
Bad girl wanna rub up on your body. Baby, make her rub up on your body. Oh yeah. Pop it, lock it, drop it. Baby, don't stop it.
A lot of artists are like generally stiff, but you know, like I did a lot of direction on the song.
Yeah.
And she was really down to work with me and collaborate, and that's one thing that I really like about Tiwa.
How much of a mental stress was that for you, having to deal with being locked down, you know, because of COVID, and now having to come outside to fight for the right to leave, even though you were not in Nigeria?
Yeah, I mean, just watching the entire situation all the way from Canada, you know, I felt the pain of the people. I never really like firsthand experienced like SARS or whatever, but you know, I have a lot of family members that have been through that whole menace. And, you know, it's just crazy that as a people, we don't get what we deserve from the government, and it's been the same story, you know, for donkey years. And I just felt like it was the right time because I saw there was a lot of unity within the youth at the time, and it was really inspiring to watch. My sister was here in Nigeria at the time, so she was here, you know, and she was constantly posting and supporting, and you know, I was watching it, and I just felt like I needed to spread the word, you know, and contribute however I could, you know. And I made a song called No One at the
Young man, small policeman from. Now I saw shoot a young man.
Time, so also like just for the push the narrative, and you know, I think that we're getting there. You know, I hope for a better Nigeria.
No go do me contract, no go do me Mario, no go do me Sheila, no go do me Jack.
So what is the thing that you spend most of your money on? Is it food, clothes, or jewelry? Yeah.
I think it's most likely colognes.
Right. You know what? That's great.
Yeah. Special fragrance, eh?
Love it. Right.
But that's amazing. That's something I never knew. You see a lot of people tend to say they want to spend money on different things, as either jewelry, as cars, you know, but cologne, especially for men, it's quite unique.
I'm obsessed. It's kind of like, I feel like cologne sort of like retain memory.
True.
That's right.
It helps me sort of like keep track. You know, it's a crazy world. There's too much going on.
So that means if I come to your house and steal your cologne, you just know.